Premanandi. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-Lila, Chapter 2, Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text number 55. Etat, बोलिए, ईशनम ईशस्य प्रकृतिस्थः अपि तत् गुणैः न युज्यते सदा आत्मैस्तैः यथा बुद्धिः तत् आश्रया एतत् ईशनम् ईशस्य प्रकृतिस्थोऽपि तद्गुणैः न युज्यते सदात्मस्थैर् यथा बुद्धिस्तदाश्रया एतद् ईशनम् ईशस्य प्रकृतिस्थोऽपि तद्गुणैः न युज्यते सदात्मस्थैर् यथा बुद्धिस्तदाश्रया एतद् ईशानम् ईशस्य प्रकृतिस्थोऽपि तद्गुणैः न युज्यते सदात्मस्थैर् यथा बुद्धिस्तदाश्रया बोलिए Ladies, etat, this, Ishanam, opulence, Ishasya, of the Supreme Lord, Prakritistaha, situated in the material nature, Api, although, Tat, of, Maya, Gunaihi, by the qualities, Na, not. Yujjate, he is affected. Sada, always. Atmastaihi, which are situated in his own energy. Yatha, as also. Buddhihi, the intelligence. Tat, of him. Ashraya, which has taken shelter. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. This is the opulence of the Lord. Although situated in the material nature, he is never affected by the modes of material nature. Similarly, those who have surrendered to him and fixed their intelligence upon him are not influenced by the modes of nature. Purport. The text is from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.11.38. Those who have taken shelter of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead do not identify with the material world, even while living in it. Pure devotees may deal with the three modes of material nature, but because of their transcendent intelligence in Krishna consciousness, they are not influenced by the material qualities. The spell of material activities does not attract such devotees. Therefore, the Supreme Lord and his devotees acting under him are always free from material contamination. Om Ajnanatimrindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye Yonta Pravishamam Vacham Prashuptam Sanjeevati Akli Shaktidhara Svadhamna Anyan Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. So, in this chapter, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is trying to establish Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we accept Mahaprabhu as Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Sri Vaishnavas, Madhvas, and other Sampradaya people, he is known only as a very great devotee, always merged in ecstasy in Krishna Prema. That is their opinion. So it is our duty to establish all over the world Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi-Lila that unless one receives the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, One cannot chant Hare Krishna, one cannot follow 4 regulative principles also. Prabhupada writes, if somebody is not able to follow 4 regulative principles, that means he is not receiving the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So, in this verse, it is mentioned, quoted from 1.11.38, that this is the opulence of the Lord. What is the opulence of the Lord? Even though he is situated in material world, which is consisting of 3 modes of nature, he is not affected by the 3 modes of nature. And not only he, the pure devotees of the Lord, who have completely surrendered to his lotus feet, they are also not influenced by 3 modes of nature. Srila Prabhupada writes that anything connected with Krishna, his form, his qualities, his activities, his deity forms, his temples, his dhams, his pure devotees, they are all beyond 3 modes of nature. All. When I will tell you one very interesting pastime. When the demigods approached being persecuted by Hiranyakashipu, they all went to the Lord. They have they went to, they were doing tapasya and they were praying to the Lord. Tasmai namostu kastayai yatratma haririshvaraha yadgatvan nivartante shanta sanyase amalaha. This is verse from 7th canto, 4th chapter. Prabhupada wrote a very beautiful purport. I will paraphrase. Even though Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he stays in each and every atom of the whole world, in each and every direction of the whole world, in each and everybody's heart of everybody. The Lord stays, even though they are aware of this knowledge. Why they are praying to the Lord? Kastaye, Prabhupada says, to the direction where the Lord is situated. Tasmai namostu kastaye. Why? Because Hiranyakashipu became so influential. Indra says, my dear Lord, we are actually supposed to remember your lotus feet. But this fellow, Hiranyakashipu, he's become itna havi ho gaya hamare upar, so much. We forgotten you, then we are always remembering Hiranyakashipu. Now this Hiranyakashipu is dead, we can remember you. So they are so much became influenced by Hiranyakashipu. They have forgotten that Krishna exists in every direction. But they are aware that wherever Krishna's dhams are situated, Hiranyakashipu doesn't have any influence. Then Prabhupada quoted dhams like Vrindavan and Ayodhya. Vrindavan and Ayodhya. So, Prabhupada writes in the purport, क्या हो गया? Even now, right? Even now, the dhams like Vrindavan and Mayapur and Ayodhya and all, they are transcendental. And anybody who lives in Vrindavan and practices bhajana, he can very quickly advance in Krishna consciousness. Of course, Prabhupada told, go to Vrindavan and Mayapur every year and get recharged and come back. Of course, if there is a order by the Guru, spiritual master and the authorities, one can go to Vrindavan and do seva there. Otherwise, on our own, before becoming purified completely, we should not go to Vrindavan. Otherwise, like once last long time back, Raj Bhoga gave one lecture. Neil Armstrong is not the first person to go to the moon. Then in that lecture he was mentioning, I still remember, said actually they didn't go to the moon because they carried the atmosphere of the earth. So they didn't enter. Actually, even if they entered, but they carried the atmosphere of the earth because they cannot survive in atmosphere of moon. Like that, without proper qualification, if you go to Vrindavan, we will carry Mumbai. There also AC, sub TV, cable TV, then everybody, all enjoyment. But Vrindavan means Prabhupada said, one should not do business in Vrindavan. If you do business not you, if somebody does business in Vrindavan, or if Prabhupada told Dhananjay Prabhu that don't produce children in Vrindavan. So don't go to Delhi. So it seems, one Mataji was telling me, 64 round babies. So they would chant 64 rounds in Vrindavan and go to Delhi. Not in Mathura Vrindavan. If somebody, even a husband and wife, if they engage in sense gratification, they will become pigs in the next life. And if somebody does business in Vrindavan, they will become pigs and monkeys in the next life. Right? So, like that, Prabhupada warned, not to carry. Only business in Vrindavan is to, do bhajan or serve the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Like that. So, Prabhupada, that is why, then Prabhupada says that living in a brothel house is a mode of ignorance. Living in the cities is mode of passion. Living in the forest is mode of goodness. And living in the temples, Radha Krishna temples, is mode of Vishuddha Sattva. Right? So all these Hare Krishna temples where Prabhupada created, they are actually dhams. Right? So even if, just like I don't have so much desire because to go to Vrindavan so far, maybe in future I may get, but otherwise I'm comfortable, like a rat, very situated like that. I'm very comfortable here. So, but if Radharani inspires, if Krishna inspires, maybe, right? Otherwise, we are already living in a dham, Hare Krishna dham, right? Hare Krishna dham, like that. Like that, all over the world, Prabhupada created these dhams. And then not only that, since time immemorial, so many deities are there. Just like once there is a marriage ceremony taking place marriage ceremony of Parvati and Parmeshwar, Lord Shiva, is taking place on Himalayas because she is the daughter of Himalayas, Himavati. So all the sages, all the demigods, they have come to attend the marriage ceremony of Parvati and Parmeshwar. Right? Parvati and Parmeshwar. And because of that, each one is as heavy as Himalaya Parvat in potency, spiritual potency. All the sages have assembled. While doing puja, while doing arati, while sitting in Bhagavatam, while hearing Bhagavatam class, while chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra while honoring prasadam. And the women, they should not touch, they should not do sastanga pranam. Because directly one should not touch while doing this puja and all, because Bhudevi cannot take the power, strength of that devotee who is doing arati or who is hearing Bhagavad Katha. That is why one should always sit on a mat or a dhari or whatever, or one should never perform arati while standing on a bare floor, like that. That is the funda behind all this. So that potency is there. Like Prabhupada said, the ganti in the hand of the pujari is more powerful than an atom bomb. An atom bomb may destroy the world, but it will not destroy Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh of those persons who died. But the ganti, if a pujari is ringing the bell, can destroy the, Kam, Krodh, Lobh of which is coming since time immemorial. Right? So, then so Himalaya was shrinking because of the power of all these sages have assembled. Then they consulted Vishwakarma, structural engineer, right? Mukund Madhavu, he is structural engineer. He is always, whether it can take weight, whether we can repair, all that they are investigating, like that. That Vishwakarma suggested, one sage is so powerful, is equivalent to all the power of all the sages. You know what is the name of that sage? Agastya Muni. Tell him to get out. Tell him to go to South India. Agastya Muni is a devotee of Lord Shiva. Right? Very. Said, I came to attend the marriage. Sometimes in our childhood we experienced, if some old parents are there, if all the whole family is going, they would tell, hey, Sivaram, you stay back because you have to take care of grandmother. Then they are all going for a movie or a marriage ceremony. And then I have to take care. This old lady, fighting. Like that Agastya Muni, it has to, you have to take care, na? You just can't lock the house and go away. Like that. So Agastya Muni became very upset. Right? He cursed Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma said, why did you curse? They asked me for my opinion. Then I have given my opinion nispakshapat, without any, partiality. You cursed me. Now you are going to South India. The bhasha that you are going to speak, it will become poisonous bhasha, Shudra bhasha. Actually, Agastya Muni brought Tamil culture, Tamil language, Kaveri, and Sambar from Kailash. Right? Later on, Sambar was introduced in Vaikuntha also, it seems. Once Prabhupada called Harishori, I said, go to Ranganath temple, Vrindavan, ask that pujari, Bhaktivedanta Swami आया है, उसको सांबर चाहिए. रात को, go and ask him. So he brought sambar from Ranganath temple. Prabhupada drank sambar. Prabhupada commented, this is what they take in Vaikuntha. Sambar. Those who want to eat sambar rice, they can go to Vaikuntha. Anyway, I also like, we all like Nitai ka sambar, but they put sugar in that sambar. So, Agastya Muni became very upset. Then he did tapasya for to please Sriman Narayana. Right? Then after a long time, Sriman Narayana appeared. He said, "Hey Agastya, what do you want?" Said, "This Vishwakarma cursed me that the language that I am going to speak is Kshudra Bhasha, Visha Bhasha, poisonous Bhasha. Please, I don't want that." I said, "Don't worry. Who told you?" He said, "Whatever, the language that you are going to speak, will become Divya Bhasha. And the temples, whoever, my associates will appear as alvars. And in whichever temple they would sing my glories, they will be known as Divya Deshams." If you know, there are 108 Divya Deshams. I think he went, how many? 70. He went? Rajabu went? So there are some devotees, I think that Srivatsa, Hyderabad devotee, he went, I think. But one Divya Desha is in Svetadev. One Vaikuntha. So two we cannot go. If you observe, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to all these Divya Deshams in South India. And then there are some devotees who claim that they want to follow in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya, and they would go to all the holy places where Mahaprabhu visited. Unfortunately, Chaitanya Charitamrita chronological order, it is not written because he is in ecstasy, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. But there is Kadacha, whatever, there is a book now of Raghunath Das Goswami and Sarup Damodar Goswami. So it's all the chronological order, it is there. Shri Bhaktisiddhanta like that. So devotees, they go there. So all these deities are still existing. There are three reasons why Lord Ramchandra, Lord Narayana wanted to appear as Lord Ramchandra. One is in order to protect the demigods from the demons. Another is in order to have a quality time with Lakshmi Devi, because Lakshmi was complaining all the time, everybody comes and save me. And then if I want to spend time with you alone, then this Ananta is always there. You are always lying on Ananta. I want some ekant with you. I said, okay, we'll go. That is the reason they went to the forest. Huh? Yeah, but still not in touch, Number three, this Ranganath is being worshipped. First he was worshipped by Brahmaji. Then Brahmaji gave the deity to Surya, and then Surya gave it to Ikshvaku. So because he is not satisfied with their worship, the Lord wanted to worship himself. That is why Lord came as Ramchandra, and then Ramchandra worshipped Ranganath. Actually Ranganath is Krishna. Parasar Bhatta says that whenever he would go to the altar, he would get the fragrance of butter from Ranganath. So they all consider, all the Shiva Vaishnavacharyas, they consider Ranganath as, like that Mahaprabhu went to all these, deities. They are all transcendental. Right? Beyond three modes of nature. When we go to the temple and take darshan, we also slowly will become beyond three modes of nature. Right? That is the purport of this verse. I will tell you one very interesting story. Unfortunately, India is so much dominated by Muslim invaders, then after that Christians, East Indians, then Britishers, and then like Raj Bhoga always says, the work that Muslims could not do for 1000 years, the work the Britishers could not do in 300 years, It was done by Congress. Destroy our culture, completely. Dominated by communists and leftists. So they have written the history. And that is why the glories of Sanatana Dharma, the glories of our deities, they have not written, even though in front of their eyes, all these incidents have happened. The place where I come from, Vishakhapatnam, Simachalam, Lord Nishingadev is there, Varaha Narasimhadev. It is a very, very famous temple. Lord Chaitanya went there. And then he prayed to the Lord Nishingadev. Then he was in ecstasy. And then Prabhupada also went there. Right? I will tell you one very interesting pastime. There, in my favorite flower also, Sampenga, we call it, champa flower that we offer every day, in the altar during Mangala arati. Prabhupada liked that flower so much when he received, because they offer these flowers in Nrsimha temple there in Vishakhapatnam, Simachalam. Prabhupada, this is the color of Lord Chaitanya. And then he was enjoying the fragrance of that flower. Very nice, fragrant flowers there. So, there is one Pashupatik Gajapati Maharaj. He was ruling that place at that time. There is one Muslim king, Jafar Ali Khan. He had some animosity with this Gajapati Maharaj. Because Gajapati Maharaj is a great devotee of Lord Nishingadev, in order to trouble him, he attacked Simachalam temple. Right? He attacked Simachalam temple. And then he attacked. Then he killed so many people on the down. The Simachalam temple is on the top, right? So, there is so many devotees have died. Prabhupada writes in Charitamrita, this Malik Kafir, when he attacked Srirangam temple, around 1100 Shiva Vaishnavas they slaughtered. And then they covered this deity of Ranganath in these dead bodies. And the deity was later taken to Tirupati. There, 60 years Ranganath stayed there in Tirupati. There is still that mandapam is there where Ranganath stayed in Tirupati. Later on, luckily, this Malik Kafir did not attack Tirupati temple because they asked, what is there? There are some people are going up. And because this Tirupati is known as Varahakshetra, they worship some pig. So they didn't, pig, let us know. So that is why they have some problem with the pigs, right? So they didn't go, he didn't go. That is why Tirupati temple was saved. Like that. Anyway, so there is one devotee, Kurmanada Kavi. He is a great devotee of Varaha Narasimhadev. Like our Kaushalya Mataji, we heard that. She saved, Kaushalya Mataji, who saved our deities, RadhaRasbihari. Huh? Yeah. Not Kaushalya. Anyway, so she copied him actually. He went and told Lord Shingadev that, my dear Lord, already so many people have died. So many devotees were killed by this Jafar Ali Khan. And then already so many deities downstairs, they have destroyed. I am very, very attached to you. I love you so much. Without you, I cannot stay. You are a very, very Puranic deity. You are connected to Maharaj Pururava. You are connected to Maharaj Prahlad. You bless them. So, I don't want, in front of my eyes, I cannot see your deity being destroyed. My dear Lord, you already, there is some injury on the mark, even now it seems. Still it is red. The deity is on that part, waist part, still it is red. I don't want any harm to be done to you. So, if please protect yourself, because I don't have strength to fight with these guys, demons. If you don't want to protect yourself, then I will simply embrace your deity. First they have to kill me, then they will destroy you. Like that. So then Ashukavi means and at that instant he offered Nrsimha Shatakam. He offered prayers in Telugu language like that. He offered prayers on the like that. Then with great devotion, with tears in his eyes, he was offering the prayers. Then when this Jafar Ali Khan came up, lakhs and lakhs and lakhs bees, they have attacked the soldiers. Lakhs. And then they have bitten them, and then some of them have become pishachis. You know, then whoever is saved, they ran. These bees have chased them up to 20 kilometers from Simachalam. You know, Simachalam. And these, how do we know what is the proof? Because there is, from 20 kilometers from Simachalam, there is a place called Tummedal Metta. You know, in Telugu, bumblebee is called Tummeda. Tummeda. So that place is called Tummedal Metta because up to there, these bees have chased and then they came back. And number two, this Kurmanath Kavi, he wrote in his book that how this entire pastime has happened. Because that is called Charitra, right? This some of these guys, you know, they have written, some of them, they have written their own biographies. Something like, Akbar also, he wrote something like that. So like this, there is, this pastime has happened. Like that, you know, there are, just like we have heard so many of these pastimes in our Gaudiya Sampradaya also, where our Govind Dev, right? Gopinath and Madan Mohan, right? They are all transcendental. So Govind Dev, he used to speak to Maharaj Jai Singh. All of you, you know? Do you know? Huh? You know? You don't know? Jaipur Gazette, it is written. Govind Dev, because Maharaj Jai Singh, he anointed Govind Dev as the king of the Jaipur state. Everything, every day morning, Maharaj Jai Singh used to go to Govind Dev and inform him, such a problem is there, such a thing is there. Then he would consult Govind Dev. Then again in the evening he would come back and then he would report, such a thing happened. So he used to consider himself as a servant of Govind Dev, and Govind Dev is the king of Jaipur. Like that. Right? So like that, he was a very great devotee of Lord Govind Dev. And then Govind Dev used to speak to Maharaj Jai Singh. Then Maharaj Jai Singh, his son was Prakash Singh. This Prakash Singh also used to do the same thing. One day he did a great mistake. Then, since then, Govind Dev stopped talking to Prakash Singh. You know, one day what happened? These Britishers have started attacking India at that time. And then there is a fight. There are some Muslims also still there. So Britishers were attacking one Musliman. That Musliman came and took shelter of Maharaj Prakash Singh. And then Britishers came and had a pact saying that you hand him over, we will not attack you. You know, Britishers, they are the worst people in the world. They are the cause of destruction of this world. Right? Because they are the ones who destroyed Vedic culture. Right? So, especially that Macaulay, you know. So, what they did, said, okay, Maharaj Prakash Singh handed him over on one condition, that you should not kill him. You should not kill him. These Britishers have taken him over and then they killed him. They didn't follow their word. That day, when Maharaj Prakash Singh went to Govind Dev stopped talking to Maharaj Prakash Singh. For 21 days he fasted. Why you are not talking? Why you are not talking? Then Govind Dev appeared in his dream saying that you say that I am the king of Jaipur, and then somebody, Sharanarthi, somebody taken shelter of me, without consulting me, how did you hand him over? That's why from now onwards I will not speak to you. And then he appeared as one more deity. Last time when we went to Jaipur, what? Huh? Vrajanidhi. I did a program also there. Vrajanidhi. Yeah, that's a beautiful deity. So he used to speak. Like that, the deities used to speak, And then all this, Srila Prabhupada himself, one day, Prabhupada, in Los Angeles, somebody was asking Prabhupada, journalist, Swamiji, how do you take decisions in your movement? Prabhupada said, I consult with Krishna. Then Kirtananda tried to correct Prabhupada. That means Krishna is present as super soul in the heart. Then he inspires, prerana dete. Prabhupada said, no, I consult with Krishna. Right? Then, if you go to Sri Chaitanya Mat, Gandharvika Giridhari deities are there. It is said that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, every day night, he used to go inside the altar, lock himself, and consult with Srimati Radharani how to run the Gaudiya Mat mission. Right? So this is how, Prabhupada has given us a chance. Because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we cannot see him. He is somewhere else. Right? Even though he is present in our heart, we cannot contact him. Do you know why? He is present in your heart. Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu, can you contact him? Why? There are two reasons. One is, the demigods are praying in the 6th canto Bhagavatam when this Vritrasura attacked. That, my dear Lord, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are beyond three modes of nature. You are actually, you create us. You are existing before creation. You are maintaining this creation. Then you will exist after the creation is annihilated. You create us, in between we come. My dear Lord, even though you are present in each and every atom, even though you are present in our hearts, we cannot contact you because each one of us, we think that I am God. Each one of us, we think that I am God. That is why I cannot contact even though Krishna is present in my heart. Right? Same demigods, they pray in 3rd canto, 5th chapter. There is some beautiful prayers are there after the creation. The demigods, they appear and they pray to the Lord. That Yasyanu Ashat Graha Dehe Mamaham iti Udha Duragraham Purusham Suduram Vasati iti Pure. He's saying, my dear Lord, even though you are sitting in our heart, you are far, far away from us because we have these two problems. Aham and Mama. Aham and Mama. Aham. Prabhupada, all those who are interested to know more about this Aham and Mama, Prabhupada writes in the 2nd canto, 9th chapter, very nicely he described. Aham is more dangerous than Mama. Aham means I. Mama means Mera, mine. Right? Aham and Mama. Because of these two feelings, we have this problem that even though Krishna is sitting in our heart, he is far away from us because of Aham Mama. So when we get rid of this Aham Mama, we can see Krishna face to face. Right? That's why Krishna told Yudhishthira Maharaj, in Anushashik Parva, that because of 2 words, we die. Because of 3 words, we become immortal. What are those 2 words? Mama. Mama is the cause of death. What are the three words? Na mama, ye mera nahi hai. Right? That is the cause of immortality. Right? So, the acharyas, how to, like Prabhupada is also transcendental, beyond three modes of nature. How do we situate ourselves beyond three modes of nature? Right? Like my favorite verse, Pashyanti te me ruchiranani ambasanta prasanna vaktra arunalochanani rupani divyani varapradani sakam vacham spruniya vadanti tad darshaner avyavair udhara vilasa hasekshita vamasuktai hritatmana hrit pranamscha bhakti anichato me gatim anvim prayunte. Right? So Lord Kapila is saying, my devotees are very, very attracted to the beautiful form of deity form of myself. Pashyanti te me ruchiranana ambasanta prasanna vaktra arunalochanani. Right? His eyes are reddish like the rising sun. Prasanna vaktra. He is always mercifully, glancing at all of us. That's why he's smiling. Right? Radharasbihari is always smiling. Why? Because he's satisfied with us. He's pleased with us. Prasanna. That is why. Right? Yesterday I was telling one very interesting story. This happened in 1000 years back. There is one, I already mentioned this Parasar Bhatta. He was a Acharya after Ramanuja. Every day he would go to Sri Ranganath temple. Every day he will not take darshan of Ranganathji. He will directly go to Ranganayaki and then he will sit there and enjoy the devotion to her and all that. One day Ranganathji complained to the Pujari. He said, call Parasar Bhatta. Why he is not coming to take my darshan? Right? Then Parashar Bhatta informed that, see, I am a devotee of Ranganayaki, then I like her, she is very beautiful. So I have relation with my mother. Right? I don't hate Ranganath, but I am related like he is the husband of my mother. Tell him to adjust whoever is coming. I cannot come every day. So Ranganath thought, during Vaikuntha Ekadasi, one day before, there are 21 Adhyayana festival they have, during that time, 21 days. Then 21 different forms they exhibit, like that. So, one day before Vaikuntha Ekadasi, they dress Lord Ranganath as a Mohini avatar. Then the entire town, lakhs and lakhs of people from all over India, they go to take darshan of Mohini avatar. Prabhupada said, in the 8th canto Bhagavatam, Mohini is more beautiful than Lakshmi Devi. Prabhupada writes like that. So, like that. So, Ranganathji thought, this fellow, this Parashara Bhatta, I think he is very, very attracted to the beautiful features of my wife, Ranganayaki. If I dress myself very beautifully as Mohini avatar, then he may be attracted. He may be attracted. So they dress very nicely with nice, that Triveni, very nice, beautiful hair, and then nice diamond earrings, and then Nathini, applied kajal, and then golden nupur, beautifully decorated, very silk sari, and decorated with very nice ornaments, very nice, beautiful garlands, like that. So dressed very nicely. Tell Parasar Bhatta, come and take my darshan, at least for today. So Parasar Bhatta went. Then he was taking darshan. Then he was very impressed. Wow, so beautiful. Then he said, ha! He laughed. Ranganath ji asked, Parasara, क्या ऐसा क्या मैं देख लिया कि मेरे को देख के हंस रहे हो तुम? I understand your tricks. You dressed beautifully because you thought I'm very attracted to the beautiful features of Ranganayaki, Lakshmi Devi. So you thought I will be very attracted. But I could immediately recognize, you thought that I will mistake you for Ranganayaki. But I immediately recognized you. Ranganaji asked, how? Because I am so nicely dressed. Your eyes. I said, why? My Ranganayaki eyes, Karunamaya, very, very merciful glances. You are always angry. Sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam raja. Are you following? Are you following? This rule, that rule. She doesn't care. So, अरे बाबा क्या करें? How I got what was I telling before? Yeah. The deity. Lord Kapila is saying, my devotees are attracted to my deity and then they become my friends. They consider me as my friend and they talk to me. They tell their problems. They tell me their problems. ऐसा हो गया. ऐसा हो गया. Like that. Then I perform leelas for them. Vilas hasekshita, vamasukte. I look at them. All their senses are attracted to me. Tadda darshaner avyavair udara. They look at all my angas and then they become attracted. Hritatmana hrit pranamsha bhaktir. Then they give up their life. They give up their atmas. And then anicchato me. Means without their desire, they come to me. Prabhupada writes in the purport that there are so many sages and munis and all, they go to Himalayas and they do tapasya and all. But a neophyte devotee who is coming to the temple and appreciating the beauty of RadhaRasbihari, Krishna, Radha and Krishna, they are more advanced than all these sages because every time they come to the temple, they are getting liberated without their knowledge. Right? Without their knowledge. Every time we come to the temple, offer obeisances, right? We are becoming liberated. That is why don't miss coming to the temple. Don't miss coming to the, Mangala arati or Guru Puja, Bhagavatam class. Don't run away. All these computers and emails, they won't save you. Right? When the kirtan is going on, dance in the kirtan. Right? Like that. When the arati is going on, like many times I told this. Bolo, Raghupati, Prabhu, what we should do when the arati is going on? Lamp arati is going on? One should look, Prabhupada writes, one should look at the lotus face of the Lord. 1 million, when the lamp offering is going on, one should look at the lotus face of the Lord. Or Srimati Radharani. Then 1 million lifetimes Brahmahatya Pap will be vanquished. Just by looking. We don't look, no? इधर उधर बात करेगा, इधर देखेगा. Right? Once I had a very great desire to have darshan of Balaji and sit in front of him because 1 second darshan, 5 second darshan, not satisfied. Then I told some devotee in Tirupati, what is the name of the devotee? He used to arrange this darshan. He came here also once. He arranged VIP darshan for me. So I was begging him and then he arranged. Then Yadurappa karke chief minister tha. Us time he came. I looked at him. I was just looking at the Lord, offering prayers and all. Then when he came, I started looking at him. Then he slapped him. He slapped me. Said, "Kya dekh rahe ho? Look at the Lord. You won't get a chance again." Usko kya dekhna hai? Like that, idhar udhar dekhne ka. When we are looking at, we should look at the deity of the Lord, form of the Lord, like that. One should. There is a chance that a person who performed 10 Ashwamedha Yajnas, he may enter the womb of a mother. But somebody who comes and does Sastanga Pranam to RadhaRasbihari, there is no chance to enter again mother of a womb of a mother. Right? Prabhupada writes in Bhakti-rasam Sindhu that when the kirtan is going on, one should chant and dance in ecstasy. Right? And then in between, they should clap and dance. Just like when the birds are there, when you clap, right? They run away, they fly away. In the same way, when you dance in ecstasy and in between you clap, the sinful reactions from your body, they fly away. Right? So why we should run away from the kirtan? Right? If you go and see in Prashadam Hall, there are so many red people, red cloth. But in Guru Puja Kirtan, not even one stays. Right? Only yellow and white. Everybody runs away. As soon as Shank is blown, like in a running competition, they bullet, right? They have to start. Like that. They run away. Stay, Kirtan. After reading this, now if you see me, I stay there, right? In the Kirtan. Because it entered my head, what I am doing, let me dance and let all the sinful reaction fly away, Right? Yeah. Along with sinful reactions, we fly away. Prabhupada writes that as soon as you come in front of the deity, you must offer prayers. Right? Especially Brahma Samhita prayer. Right? Especially Queen Kunti's prayers. Right? How many of you know Queen Kunti's prayers? You know all the prayers? 20, no? Very nice. Please learn, very beautiful. Prabhupada, there is one tape where Prabhupada sang, Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alakshayam Sarvabhutanam Antarbahir Maya Javani Kachannam Ajnanamadokshajamavyayam Nalakshase Mudadrishe Nato Natyadaro Yata Tatha Paramahamsanam Muninam Amalamatmanam Bhakti Yoga Vidanartham Katam Pashe Maistriyaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre. Prabhupada said, you can meditate on this verse, Namaha Pankajanabhaya, for 1 million years. Right? If you listen to these Prabhupada prayers of Queen Kunti, you get tears so beautifully rendered. Right? Prabhupada writes, what is the result of offering prayers in front of the deities? The sages and the demigods and the rishis and munis. A person who offers prayers in front of the deity, bona fide prayers. Not that, oh my dear Lord, mera beti ka shadi kara do. Mera beta ko beta nahi ho raha hai. Beta dila do. That is also nice. Once, there's one devotee, he used to do like this. Right? I asked, he's my friend, I said, kya hai? What is this? The 10 lakh chahiye. Like that. Anyway. So, a person who is offering prayers in front of the deities, bona fide prayers, he becomes worshipable by sages, munis, and then demigods. So when he is going back to Godhead, these demigods, they offer Padya, Achamana, Argya, and Madhuparka. They keep it ready. Oh, so and so who offered prayers, he's going back to Godhead. Let us worship him. Right? So Prabhupada has created all these wonderful temples, all this process. Follow this process and become beyond 3 modes of nature. Then at the time of death, go back to Godhead. Right? This pranam, the Sri Vaishnavas, they have so much importance. Anjali means, Anjali means, Ayam Jalati iti Anjali. When somebody comes and offers Anjali in front of Krishna, Krishna gets tears, it seems. Hare Baba, at last somebody has come. What is the meaning of offering obeisances to the Lord? My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am your servant. You are great, I am small. This is what Prabhupada writes. There is no need to ask every time you come to the temple, ask. Because it is your duty to come in front of the Lord and then offer obeisances. You must offer. Prabhupada writes in one of the purports. So this is our duty, right? So many times I told Lakshmi, a person who offers Sastanga Danda Pranam on a regular basis, Lakshmi and Narayana, they come and to take him back to Godhead. Then Narayana looks at Lakshmi Devi. Then Lakshmi Devi's face is downcast. Then Narayana catches her chin and then lifts it and then asks her, Devi, what is the cause of your lamentation? Just look at this boy who is offering us so many obeisances. We are unable to give more than Vaikuntha. That is our lamentation. So that is the Mahatva of offering obeisance to the Lord. Right? Previously, when I used to go to the temple, we are Andhra people means followed by movie crazy people. So there is one hero, he was doing like this, So that became very famous hit. So we all started doing like this, So when we go to the temple also, like this we used to do. Later on, nowadays I read, anybody who offers obeisance to the Lord with one hand, other hand should be cut. That is Manusamhita says. It's always like that. Right? Are we offering obeisance anytime? Yeah. Did we offer obeisance? I never offered obeisance to the Lord before coming to ISKCON. Right? Anybody? Prabhupada taught us, right? This is a basic, like that. So to get rid of this false ego, aham mama, when we offer obeisance to the deities, we are accepting that, my dear Lord, you are the master, I am your servant. I will finish by saying, many times I told this, anybody new person is hearing. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Swamiji, do you teach asanas? Prabhupada said, I teach the most difficult asana. All the disciples, they were very surprised because Prabhupada was against doing all these yogasanas and all. Now it became a fashion in ISKCON also. But devotees were surprised. Prabhupada, which asana you are teaching because you are against asana? Prabhupada said, Dandavat Pranam. This is the most difficult asana. Right? So Prabhupada actually, what I'm saying is supreme. We all know the Supreme Lord is beyond modes of nature. What I tried to establish today is that the deities, the temples are also not in this world. So we should actually, if you are proper consciousness, we live in this proper consciousness in the temple, then we can also become beyond three modes of nature. Right? What you call Shubha Shubha Phalaryevam Moksha Se Karma Bandhane Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma Vimukto Mam Upashyasi. What is that Vimukti? Vimukti is Jivan Mukta. Become liberated in this life itself. Okay? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. Anybody has any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Roji. You reiterated the points as Srila Prabhupada has given this wonderful process. Somehow, these days, we can see, I can say for myself also, that we are more focusing that I have to complete this task, I have to do preaching, I have to take management, and then it is increasing ahamata. This karta bhav is increasing. And when you said, so I was able to see, like today itself, 7:35, I kept one meeting. So I have to prepare. So then I realized that how it is important first to purify ourselves. And Srila Prabhupada has given this morning program so that we can purify ourselves and then we go out and purify others. And because we are not able to purify ourselves by following these what instructions Prabhupada has given, we get entangled while preaching also. We get contaminated from people. So I just want to thank you and should actually give more such classes or maybe write some books which just these points which help us, because not everyone is able to extract these gems from Prabhupada's books. So these are very important if we can do.
I want to add in this regard, Prabhupada wrote recently I was reading I think 6th canto Bhagavatam. Prabhupada writes that we should, we may be doing all those things, but internally we should always think about Krishna. By constantly thinking about Krishna, we should make our heart pastime place for Krishna. Because that is our goal, constant thinking of Krishna. So side by side, we should do all these things. Preaching and all we should do, but self-development, that is very important.
And that's what I'm saying, that if we purify ourselves,
Yeah.
what instruction, then we'll not get entangled. Otherwise, what is happening, we are getting attached to material things, thinking that these are spiritual.
Yeah.
As Chakravarti Prabhu reminded, please.
I want to actually compile all the childhood pastimes of Krishna in one book, because I've read so many books and they are different. So that for preachers, it will be useful.
So we would like to assist you in that, please.
I will
we will have
compile.
our books.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Yeah.
हरे कृष्ण। प्रभु जी, एक कमेंट है, मुस्लिम लोगों ने बहुत अत्याचार किया अपने भारतवर्ष में, बहुत मंदिर को तोड़ फोड़ किया और बहुत कष्ट दिया लोगों को। इसके बाद छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज आए और उन्होंने उनका कंट्रोल ले लिया। और एक बार अफजल खान आया था, तो जब उनका भेंट का अरेंजमेंट हुआ तो अफजल खान से भेंट करने से शिवाजी गए तो उन्होंने उनका मुंडी काक में दबाई, तो शिवाजी ने इनका पेट फाड़ दिया चाकू से और ख़त्म कर दिया। उसके बाद 1.25 लाख सेना देकर औरंगजेब ने अपने मामा को भेजा शिवाजी को ख़त्म करने के लिए। उस समय बहुत समय 1 साल तक वो जो है ना पुणे में रहा, लाल किले के अंदर। तो शिवाजी को पता था कैसे उसके अंदर घुसना है। एक बार रात में 12 बजे वहाँ शिवाजी पहुँच गए उसके घर के अंदर, और जब तलवार का वार किया तो उसका बेटा सामने आया, मारा गया। उसके बाद में शिवाजी शाइस्ते खान को ख़त्म करने वाले थे, तो उसका पत्नी उनके सामने आंचल फैला के बोली, आप राजा है, हमें पति का दान दो। तो उन्होंने बोला ठीक है। तो बोला हाथ आगे करो। एक वार में 4 उंगली काट दी, और उसको डर पैदा हो गया कि 1.25 लाख सेना मुझे बचा नहीं सकती है, तो सारा सेना लेके भाग गए। और जब तक शिवाजी राजे थे, ब्रिटिश सारे लोग पर उन्होंने कंट्रोल लिया था और अपने धर्म की रक्षा की थी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you. Oh, Mataji, give the mic to him.
Hare Krishna. My question is about like Hiranyakashipu. Can I have influence over the holy dham and Vrindavan? Prabhupada mentioned Vrindavan, but still we see Vrindavan like completely changed.
Acharyas they explain, externally Vrindavan looks like that to drive away insincere people. It is too hot, pigs are passing stool, dirty and all that. But those who are doing bhajan, there are so many devotees who never leave Vrindavan because they see Chintamani Dham there. So, only for external people, Vrindavan looks like that. Otherwise, it's very beautiful.
And how do you explain that the deities were attacked?
How do you explain?
How do you explain that in India, like the deities were attacked? I mean, all those ancient deities attacked and broken.
According to Sri Vaishnavas, they have this Garuda Stamba, right, in front of the temples, Garuda Stamba. So Garuda is always in a ready to fly position, because when the pujaris, they don't do puja properly, the Lord sits on the Garuda and go back. So it is the if you have love for the deity and all, there are many deities who have saved also. So it is a mistake of Hindus only, because they neglected the worship. Prabhupada writes in some of the purports that all these kings, they have given huge lands to their deities' property, so that deity worship will go on nicely. But these pujaris and other officers, they steal the land. They think that the deity is blind, like that. So because they didn't do proper worship, that is why the Lord went away. This is a story, real incident given in Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhava, that there is 4 deities, 4 Sampradaya Acharya deities are there in Chaitanya Mat. I think Madhvacharya Ramanuja's deity broken. Once there was a cyclone and Ramanuja's deity was broken. So when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta came to know that the pujari is doing some nonsense, then later on found out that he was sitting in the altar and writing love letters. Like that. Anyway, Lord is independent. If he wants to save himself, he will. Otherwise, Swarat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki.